Watch the Mega Millions drawing live tonight here on TV23. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette. This is High Plains Today.
Good Tuesday, everybody. December 20th, 2016. Welcome to the Real High Plains Today, right here on TV23. This is going to be an interesting show. On today's show, I'll be joined by Connie Bogart. She is the executive director, and Stacy Hahn. She is the program officer of the Western Kansas Community Foundation. They run a lot of grants. They're responsible for a lot of money, and we're going to find out how things work. In the meantime, let's take a look at happenings. Well, a Jetmore woman was sent to the hospital after being involved in a two-vehicle crash south of Dodge City late yesterday afternoon. According to the Kansas Highway Patrol, 19-year-old Jared Ray of Des Moines, Iowa, was driving a 98 Honda CR-V north on US 283 when he crossed left of center and struck the southbound 05 Mercury Mountaineer, driven by 56-year-old Nancy Nichols. Now, Nichols was taken to the Western Plains Regional Hospital in Dodge City. Ray and a passenger in his vehicle were not injured. The Great Bend Police Department is looking for a man they say fled from police after holding a woman against her will last Wednesday evening. Officers were sent in reference to an open 911 call where dispatchers could hear noises in the background, but no one on the line around 10:15 p.m. Now, 30-year-old Bobby Stark of Great Bend came out of the front door and told responding officers there was nothing wrong and immediately turned around, walked back inside. Officers walked towards the door and heard a woman's voice calling for help. When the officers forced entry, Stark ran out the back. Stark, who has a tattoo of a barrel under his right eye, has 2 outstanding arrest warrants for probation violations. He is still out there somewhere. And the sentencing of a Garden City man convicted of second-degree murder that had been scheduled for yesterday in Finney County District Court has been continued to January 23rd. 19-year-old Felix Sanchez pleaded no contest in November to murder in the second degree in the May 15th shooting death of Richard Lyons in rural Finney County. The sentencing was rescheduled so that Sanchez's mother could attend the hearing. Now, Sanchez originally faced a first-degree murder charge, but prosecutors agreed to dismiss that charge in exchange for a no-contest plea to the lesser second-degree murder charge. Well, get ready. The International Pancake Day Board is announcing changes to the challenge show effective for this year's show, coming up on Saturday and Sunday, February 25th and 26th. Now, this is a 2-day show with live auditions on Saturday with a 25-act final show on Sunday afternoon. This will replace the video auditions that had taken place the past few years. Now, the goal is to modernize and update the talent show format, making it sort of like a mini Voice or America's Got Talent type of show. Watch for the rule changes along with entry forms and details that will be available after the holidays on the Pancake Day website, pancakeday.net. That's pretty simple. And for the 6th annual Food and Toy Drive, Boot Hill Casino and Resort partnered with United Wireless Arena and the Hampton Inn to make the donation drive bigger and better than ever. This year's drive, the 12 Days of Giving, featured 12 community charities and groups and included a cash donation as well as the donation drive. Guests were invited to donate non-perishable items and toys from December 1st through the 12th for the 12 Days of Giving. In exchange for their donation, participants were rewarded with $10 in free play from the casino and resort. In addition to collecting the daily donations, a $500 cash donation was presented to each charity. All right, get ready. Write this down or do it right now. Again, we're going to draw for one of our Yeti 30-ounce cups. All you got to do to enter is, this is so simple, cup@kdgltv.com. Send us an email. You can do it the old-fashioned way, TV23 KDGL, P.O. Box 447, Sublette America 67877. Put that ad in a postcard, drop it in the box, whatever you want to do. We'll draw for one of these. Just make sure you put your name and address on the entry. All right, we're going to have a warm-up, maybe some rain coming for Christmas. Stick around, be back with the weather right after.
watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
Introducing free round-trip bus service to Boot Hill Casino and Resort. Now available from Village Tours. Get $25 in free play and $10 in free food with each trip. Multiple departures monthly from Liberal and Meade. Restrictions apply. Go to villagetours.net/Boot Hill or visit the Boot Hill Players Club for details.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
All righty, we're looking off to the northeast on the TV 23 tower cam. You know, this looks a lot like it did yesterday. Lots of sunshine, no clouds. All right, but here's the big difference. Remember yesterday at this time? Well, maybe you don't. 22 at this time yesterday, 44. 48% the relative humidity. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 9. That's not too bad. Barometric pressure holding steady. Now look at these temperatures around the viewing area. Look at this. Everybody in the 40s. Well, Perryton's at 50. They're rocketing upwards. To get out closer to the Rockies, though, Lamar still at 34 degrees. Current dew points around the area. Everybody's probably at about the 50% humidity mark with those dew points. And the winds, not bad all around the area. Got a few teens out there, but everybody pretty much north-northeast. Get out to Lamar, their winds are out of the southeast because there is a high front coming in off the mountains, or a low coming in off the mountains out there, so that's probably affecting them. All right, our highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport yesterday. We did get to 30 degrees. Look at that, we're at 44 already today. The record was 70 back in 1978. We set another record yesterday. It was minus 12 when you walked outside. It was minus 6 back in 1983. No new precipitation, measurable precipitation in the bucket. All right, here we go for today. We're at the high, but, you know, we may go higher than that because it's pretty nice out there. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 9, going to switch around later this afternoon, this evening to the west-southwest. Tonight, it's not going to cool down, not as bad as it has been. Our overnight low of 23, winds are going to stay out of the southwest at about 8. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, going to be warm again, 45 for the high. Winds are going to be out of the west at 12, switching around later in the day to the north at 24. There is a high pressure rolling in. It's not going to really bring us any real weather. 17 for the low tomorrow night. Winds will still be out of the northwest at 16. Then as we look at the 7-day, you can say we're going to stay into the 40s, get up to the 50s. We do have a 20% chance of rain on Christmas Day. We'll see if that comes to anything. Other than that, not a bad looking week. All right, that's a look at the weather. We'll be back with the markets and our guest right after this.
I'm Staff Sergeant Brett Daugherty from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm out here in Osan Air Base, Republic of Korea, serving with the 25th Aircraft Maintenance Unit. I'd like to send out a Merry Christmas to my wife, Kristen, my kids, Jordan, Katie, Jackson, and Zaylee in Buffalo, Oklahoma. I'd also like to send out a Merry Christmas to my mom, dad, brothers, and sisters, all out in St. Louis, Missouri. I love you guys, and I miss all of you.
Life's a little different here in Southwest Kansas. We do things our own way with a can-do spirit and strong family values, which means we treat people right, and we want the best value for our dollar. The same is true about United Wireless. We aren't like the national brands. We treat our customers like family. We provide excellent service and simple, easy-to-understand plans that will save you money. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV 23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV 23.
It's not his new group of friends. It's not the video games. It's not the neighborhood.
Mom, do I have to go to school today?
The biggest threat to your child's future could be you. Every day they miss, even in middle school, puts their graduation at risk.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans.
These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids.
Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. So is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
And welcome back. I'm now joined in the studio by Connie Bogart. I'm not even going to try and pronounce her name as they say it in the Netherlands. And Stacy Hahn. They are both with the Western Kansas Community Foundation, or the WKCF. Right?
Yes.
Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
I have learned, you know, we were talking before the show, and it was like, okay, so tell me what you guys do. So let's, for everybody who's tuning in and it's going, what is the Western Kansas Community Foundation? Tell me, quickly.
Well, in a very...
maybe you can't do it quickly, Connie.
I'll try to give a very brief synopsis.
Okay, that'd be good.
It's a public charity, a non-profit organization that is building funds, resources for the Southwest Kansas area. We cover 15 counties in Southwest Kansas. And basically, we try to connect donors with non-profit organizations that need help. And we also are very interested in building endowments. And that is the heart and core, the soul of our work, because those endowments are basically a savings account for the future for many of those organizations.
Okay, so when we were talking before we went on the air, let me get this right. So if I had a bunch of money, which I don't, but if I did, and I was looking to make donations to United Way, Salvation Army, whomever, right? Is that where I could call up you guys and say, how do I do this? Yes. I mean, what do I do?
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so I get a hold of you, then what do you tell me?
Please come to our office.
Please bring a bag of money, right? Really.
And the nice thing is you don't have to be wealthy. That is very often the perception that people think, oh, we have to be a millionaire to do this. No, every dollar counts. And if you want to give $25, $100 towards an existing fund, we're happy to do that, of course. But maybe you want to start your own fund. To build a resource for an organization of your choice. So there are many different ways we can help you.
All right, so now are there different ways that I can be involved in, say, if I come in with $1,000 and I say, I have $1,000. I mean, what do you are you going to help me decide, or am I just going to say, nope, you do with it what you want, or yes to all of the above?
That is, again, the flexibility that we have. And maybe Stacy can talk a little bit.
We can do any number of things. We can direct you to, I mean, really, we are very flexible. We can direct you towards a fund who contributes to an organization that falls in line with an organization you would want to give to. We can help you to start growing a fund of your own. We have funds that are unrestricted, that basically through our competitive grant cycle, our grant committee decides what organizations are funded. And you may say, I just want this to go to a charitable organization. I don't care who they are or what they do. And that's where we would direct you to make that donation to.
All right, unrestricted. Explain that to me.
Our funds are unrestricted or restricted. Restricted being they have been designated to go to a specific organization, a specific field of interest, or they are unrestricted, meaning they could go to any public charity for any purpose.
Now, who decides? Now, do you guys decide that? You get kind of like carte blanche with those, the unrestricted?
We have a grants committee, and that is part of our board of directors, and they determine where the grants go. We have, as of next year, 3 grant cycles each year. And so non-profit organizations are encouraged to submit an application. It's a very easy process. And our grants committee gets together and they look it over and they decide where the money goes and the amounts of the grants.
And that's when we see pictures of Stacy handing out checks.
Right, that's where Stacy comes in.
All right, so you guys are, your office is in Garden City, correct? You're like on North Main or something.
North Main Street.
Yeah, you're like, it's super easy to find.
Corner from Stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find you. All right, so tell me a little bit what you're going to do with the endowment. How does that work exactly? for somebody?
For suppose a person wants to set up a new fund, an endowed fund, a permanent fund, then it takes a certain amount to set it up, $10,000 in our case, which people can spread out over a couple of years. It doesn't have to be paid all at once. And then we have an agreement. So in that agreement, it's spelled out where that money goes, the purpose of the fund, and the beneficiaries, and of course how the community foundation also determines on the distributions. So once that agreement is in place and the money is paid, then we can start funding from that endowed fund.
Another thing of note about endowed funds is that they're invested.
Right.
So the amount that we are able to grant from an endowed fund is only from the interest earned on that fund. We never touch the original principal contribution.
So theoretically, I mean, that money should be there for a very, 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 very long time.
Yeah.
Forever.
All right. So, all right, so if I'm out, now why, here's the big question, because we want people to either, you know, because you can come in and say, all right, who you got? I've got $1,000. I want to put it towards a fund, and you guys can give me and say, oh, I think these guys would be very, very good.
Right.
All right, so, but why should I walk into your office or give you guys a call and say, hey,
well,
why do I want to do this?
We are in touch with the community, and not just Garden City, but like I said earlier, we serve 15 counties. So we have our antennas out, and we know what's going on in those communities, where the needs are, and what organizations might be struggling. So we really try to connect the people who have charitable dollars to give away with the organizations that are the most needed. And that's also the purpose of our grants program. We want to make an impact in the communities we serve and make a real difference in the quality of life.
Okay, so all the money that you guys are handing out in these grants is staying within this 15 county radius, right?
Yes.
Of Southwest Kansas. So there's no money and all right, let me ask you this. Now that we're into, you know, right now, United Way has their big push going on and stuff. Are you guys involved with those types of organizations at all?
We partner with other granting organizations, if you want to call it that way, in offering educational opportunities for the nonprofit organizations in the area. Last summer, we did a grant writing workshop in partnership with United Way and the FinUp Foundation in Garden City. So that's a wonderful collaboration because those organizations also know the needs. They also have their connections, their donors. So to team up with those funding organizations makes sense.
So you can help those organizations where they may not be able to fill the entire need of some of these other charities.
Right.
That makes sense.
And in the case of like the United Way, they just created an endowed fund with us, so we're partnering with them on another level. In that, and that's something we want all of our nonprofits and other funding organizations to know is that we're not competition. We are here to better our communities the same as any other organization is. And we want to partner with you, not compete with you.
Very good. All right, ladies, thanks for coming by today.
Sure. Thank you for having us.
And Tyson's sitting over there. All right, you want to get a hold of these people, you can find them on the web, WKCF.org. You can find them, Western Kansas Community Foundation on Facebook. All the information is there. Get to know these people. They've been fun today. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And stick around. We'll be back with, about this much more after this.
Take your internet by the reins. Pioneer Communications offers blazing fast speeds up to 50 meg. Make slow internet a thing of the past and sign up for faster internet today. Pioneer Communications, your community connected.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Hey, Villanova held on to its impressive lead as the #1 team in the Associated Press's men's college basketball poll. The Wildcats, who are 11-0, are on top for a third straight week. They received 56 first-place votes from the 65-member national media panel. UCLA remained ranked second. Kansas, Baylor, Duke, and Kentucky remained third through sixth for a third week. Gonzaga moved up one spot to seventh, while North Carolina, which lost 103-100 to Kentucky on Saturday, dropped one place to eighth. Creighton and Louisville moved up one spot each to round out the top 10. All right, before we get out of here today, let's take a last look at our weather. Right now, see, I told you it's going to warm up. It's 45. It was 44 just 30 minutes ago. Relative humidity, 48%. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 7. Barometric pressure is falling. As we look at the 7-day, it's going to be not too bad the rest of the week. There is a chance of some precipitation in the form of rain, 20% chance on Christmas Day. Other than that, it's going to be pretty nice out there. Go out and make it a great Tuesday, everybody. See you back here tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Introducing free round-trip bus service to Boot Hill Casino and Resort. Now available from Village Tours. Get $25 in free play and $10 in free food with each trip. Multiple departures monthly from Liberal and Meade. Restrictions apply. Go to villagetours.net/Boot Hill or visit the Boot Hill Players Club for details.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.